Good afternoon, ladies and gentlemen. Welcome to an exciting and everything and amazing Propagandacast from your host, Imperial Dane, the one and only Master Propaganda Hero of Defender of the Fatherland of Hit 2v2 on day 101. And the rest we have DanielD and Twister, fun here for combined British-American task force. The 7th Armoured Division, supported by elements of the 45th Infantry here, tasked with rooting out German defensive lines, held here by the 44th Reichsgrenadier Division Hoch- und Deutschmeister. 3rd and 5th Reichsgrenadier Companies, with a bit of support from the Italians of the 211th Coastal Reserve Division. We got Daniel here as the British, Twister as the Americans with Airborne, and we got ToxicGren here with Coastal Defense, and we got... can't ever quite remember their name, tilted there. All the way fighting there for the Deutsches Afrika Korps. Sabs in the south here, Sabs heading northwards. Pathfinder's basically machine guns out here very early on for Daniel. Not for Daniel, but for Twister in the south here. Panzer coming up, Panzer coming up as well there. Heading northwards here with the Pioneers, hanging wide off already, and find themselves on the wrong end of the battle fire. Jürgen, I told you to watch this fire. I was watching! Just, you know, nothing else. Ken coming northwards here for Mr. ToxicGren here. 2 Coastal Reserve squads. Such in the south here. Tilted moving up there. Panzer's at the ready. Infantry coming here for ToxicGren here. Meeting here in the machine gun team head on. Pathfinder's on reserve here. Bold move here by Tilted. Strength of the machine gun, the Pathfinders. I'm calling them Tilted until I remember their name, if I ever do. As section moving forward, up north here, bike moving in. Pioneers falling back. As always, a big hearty thanks to my patron supporters, obviously. Again, big help then. Of course, a big thanks as well to those who keep commenting, liking. Again, helps out immensely with the YouTube algorithms. Pathfinders busy here. Up north, the German forces here are making some progress with the assistance of the Italians. Further up north, sappers moving in there with his 10 guns. Panzer was the advancing section. Mortars here for ToxicGren here fairly early on.
Bastards have secured our territory.
Not a bad pick, of course. Anyways, fix up the 250 after here. We got bazooka teams out here for Twister. Part wide down there. And further up north here, German Italian forces making progress. Sabres are encountering the Kettenkrad. Forcing it back, for those wondering what the Kettenkrad was, it was basically a small light tractor meant initially to support, like, you know, airborne divisions. There's the Fallschirmjäger divisions, the Glider division, providing some light tractor work, but it generally see a lot of usage across a variety of things, including towards the end of the war, being used to taxi aircraft to save on more expensive aviation fuel. Fun fact. But there you go, machine gun holding out the Italian troops here. Rather aggressive approach here by ToxicGren, like managing troops up here and there. Definitely a bit much to manage and certainly has some risks. Even if he wants to support his teammate, I feel like he could support it more from that angle. More to moving up here though for ToxicGren here, the Granatenwerfer. The 34. In the south here, Pathfinders going forwards here. There is a fair amount of Pathfinders here for Twister, and again noting the weapon support airborne build, which again is somewhat popular. 30 cal number 2 out here. Up north here we got the Sappers base here, and further up north, Coastal Service Kettenkrad base as well. And as usual fun fact though, towards the end of the war as well, they would also make a version of the Kettenkrad that basically acted as a massive bomb, basically a large Goliath, known as the Springer. Fun fact. Sandbags up there. South side here, German mortar firing down here upon the Allies. Fun fact about mortars, but if in Normandy, mortars were actually like one of the primary sources of casualties amongst the Allies. That was basically just German mortar crews doing most of that. Smoke deployed here, but we also got a heavy mortar out here for the British. There's their heavy mortar. It'll be interesting if we actually ever get a German heavy mortar in Coh history. Admittedly, the German heavy mortar is either basically very early naval efforts or just a copy of the Soviet heavy mortar. Fun fact. Anyway, Sabres the Coastal Reserve squads. More airdrops here, a airdrop here, probably a paratroop squad there for Twister. But down here, they're pushing into the north town here. Sappers clearing the streets here with the flamethrowers and their Sten guns. Got the Kettenkrad waltzing out. We got Panzergrenadier for ToxicGren. Went straight for the Panzergrenadier Company. Thumbs up.
Panzergrenadier squad standing by.
Smoke again being deployed here, I think, just to mess with the Allied lines of fire. Cheeky play there by ToxicGren. His Panzergrenadier has arrived. Bit of skirmishing here. North side has been completely abandoned by the German army here. The 44th Reichsgrenadier Division. Oh, und Deutschmeister. Panzers there getting ready, troops enforcing. Which was an elite infantry division, actually, which fought primarily in Italy. Having been rebuilt after being battered in Stalingrad. A lot of mortar fire across the river here, south side. We got the Panzer Puny inside the 250 half-track, providing a bit of pressure. Pathfinder's moving forward to a 251 half-track here for ToxicGren, thumbs up. Panzers northwards here with a Sturmgewehr. Section on the way there for DanielD Pioneers there in the danger zone. In the centre, that Pathfinder's making progress. On the south side, though, German mortar there is getting slammed here by the British heavy mortar. More airdrops here for Twister. That's Popota's perspective. And to Tilter. Takao, there you go. Takao, I think, is at least one thing they call themselves, so that's going to go for Takao. Anyways, enough about that. Second paratrooper squad out here for Twister. A lot of paratroopers there, no upgrades yet. Moving forward to the M1 carbines. And up north here, Panzers there sweeping out the sappers with a Sturmgewehr. Yet to see much out of his battle group there. And Takao have yet to go for a battle group there. But we do have some assault grenadiers up at the flak feeling. And German Granatenwerfer there got absolutely snuffed out there by the British heavy mortar under Daniel's command. Gonna have to recruit that fast. Meanwhile, we got a head-on assault here by Takao, clearly supported here by the smoke from ToxicGren's mortar, but sadly again got interrupted quite explosively, and so the entire assault kind of goes sideways. Oh, and we forgot about the Panzers up north here, but Daniel did not, and he wipes them. A huge blow here for ToxicGren losing a squad of hardened Wehrmacht Panzergrenadier here with a Sturmgewehr. Quite expensive. Got the designated defense line there for ToxicGren to support here the effort in the south here, creating a Schwerpunkt. We got a half-track up here, no upgrades. Perhaps planning an ambulance. Heavy mortar wiped again. We can just recruit with a half-track. So German army here running into some troubles here with the allies. We got Takao there bringing up the Leichtes Infanteriegeschütz 18. A sort of shorter range artillery piece meant to support German infantry units. There would also be the bigger brother, the Schwere Infanteriegeschütz, which fired 15cm rounds, which typically tends to appear less in Coh games. That's because it's kind of big for a short range artillery piece. Mortar firing away here. Smoke being deployed here. Again, I like the use of smoke here by ToxicGren. Thumbs up. South side here, we got the Panzer Puny again probing up, but we're not really good for some because like maybe instead of like trying to attack across the river, they instead like go for a deeper flank up and hit like Twister from the flank there. Tank depot for Twister again. So far feels like very solid, well, standard airborne build there. Relying on the airdrops for the more elite infantry, support weapons, and then rushing straight for the tank depot. Coastal Reserve Squad based in the centre. Up north, the Allied forces under Daniel, they're just grabbing a bit of the town. We see if they can't find a bit of bread to grab as well. Their bazooka team there pushing off the half-track. Black feeling there, half-track standing about. Grabbing the centre. Standoff here, northern Potniks there. Luftwaffe company there, plus support elements here, guessing Nebelwerfers, and we got here the combat half-tracks upgrade for Takao. Guessing we're looking at mortar half-tracks for more light artillery. Since neither side here feels like they're particularly aggressive type here so far. And so they're likely just gonna just smash each other to bits with artillery. Of course, Twister is going to be the one so far short on artillery then. We'll of course have to see what he does about that. But he's trying to push into the south here. Pathfinder supported by a bazooka team there. To assail German southern positions here, lightly supported. Mortar after though is on the way as expected. Paratroopers trying to cross the river as well. Supported by a bazooka paratrooper squad with a flak feeling there, halts them. Sergeant Roberts and Corporal Pee Wee Roberts as well. Utterly perishes there. Up north here, anti-tank section versus the Coastal Reserve Squad, half-tank being forced off. Paratroopers there pushed back in the south with the Pathfinder assault. It's not going smooth either for Twister. His Pathfinders are no match for hardened Panzergrenadiers, supported by the assault grenadiers, spraying them down there with MP40 fire. We got the mechanized company, and we got 100 firemen training for Twister, very much expected. After all, the baths has gotten, you know, quite nasty. Meanwhile here, airburst shells are ripping through Italian troops here. Machine gun now and a half take is providing some support. Coastal Reserve squad there forced off. In fact, almost loses the squad here. That, of course, be a nice hit there. Pelton truck getting slapped. Coastal Reserve squad down. No officer yet here for him. And no additional Panzer Grenadiers. Just a Nebelwerfer as expected. Pack crew wiped out. Good push by Daniel and his Gurkhas. Over to DanielD and to ToxicGren. ToxicGren in particular now really short on infantry. Very risky, I'd say, honestly. South side, though, we can see that Takao is making some progress.
You need AT support?
Reinforcing. Mechanized company with a marder there for Takao. Got a handful of machine pushing into the assault grenadiers there. Closing them back. Up north here, section holding up. And we got a bishop here for Daniel. Again, I think a further south again, like, you know. And things are turning a bit into like a slower slug-out match here. Just balancing Emblem 2 to get more aggressive. I do feel like this is both players, like, you know, just sort of falling in a bit to a pattern here. More Panzers at least on the ToxicGren cancels them. Again, I do think, you know, someone needs, like, you know, besides Twister here, go for tanks. Lot of mortify here. Assault guns getting ready. Implement flak panzer there for ToxicGrenadier. Lot of mortify rain down here towards the southern end of the map here. Meanwhile, Bishop has arrived here for Daniel to deliver a high explosive sermon and is already, I think, just delivering it. Trying to hit the mortar, but so far is having pretty rubbish luck. In the south, the Bazooka team passing hit Nebelwerfer now joining into the cacophony of death here and destruction. Building right around the corner. Something got hit there. Up north, we also finally got some German attempts to break through. We got that Pelton truck there, hiding between the ruins there. And I think it's trying to bait the Italian-German troops into mines here. Cheeky play there by Daniel, there you go. Did it, and forcing a fairly fast retreat for ToxicGrenadier.
We have a surplus of command points available.
People pushing up the center here, section force back further south here. We got the bazooka paratroopers there being mauled here by the flak feeling. And it's 4 auto cannons there. We got another coastal reserve squad for ToxicGrenadier. And we got there another marder out here for Takao. As the cannon crash just been pushed towards reconnaissance tasks here. Acting as an observer. No further sign of tech here for the British. It's the American plane, not much else. We've got another airdrop, guessing an anti-tank. And there could be a third paratroop squad here out of Twister. We'll have to see which of the two it is. It is an anti-tank gun there. Help deal with the flak feeling. Oh, we do get a company come up with DanielD deciding he finally needs the armor to take on the bloody German menace. Northwards here, people moving in there. Of course, need to be mindful of mines. And some infantry support pretty good, in particular assault infantry. Another Nebelwerfer barrage around the center here, forcing back the heavy mortar. Well, the infantry around it. And the anti-tank gun around it as well there. Lighting up the western fields here. There you go, wiping the anti-tank crew there. Bit of this hit from the Nebelwerfer. Half-check veterans who won. South side of the SGM moving forwards, backed up. The anti-tank gun martyrs engaging. Clearly not ready for an anti-tank gun here, but perhaps playing it safe nonetheless. There you go, anti-tank scores a great hit on the martyr. Slamming through the thin frontal armor. Almost taking out the tank destroyer there. Meanwhile, Jaegers on the way for ToxicGrenadier. North side there, Pioneers moving with minesweepers. Coastal Service moving in without them. And there you go, actually spotting some mines. Thumbs up.
Ability unlocked.
Machine guns and the Panzer Grenadiers under Takao's command. Pushing for that southern victory point again. Bit artillery fire here. Jaegers arriving here for ToxicGrenadier, going for the Panzerstrakes very much as anticipated. Assault guns crossing the stream here. Bazooka team, they're definitely not having the best of time of it. Could have deployed some smoke here with the assault gunners to make it a bit easier to close in without getting shot at. Center here. I mean, there's a lot of force here that just artillery targets. I mean, you could deploy a flare. Focus on to check and see there's not actually much. Then push in under cover of smoke and then just make some progress. You could also just guard ahead with the cannon crowd. Up north, yes, make progress. We're actually seeing tank tracks being laid down here across the southern bridge. That seems to be quickly halted. Another need for barrage here, slamming into Trista's positions. Chaos, confusion reigns. And over here to Takao as well. Double mortars, double mortar half tracks, mix of infantry, plus the flak feeling. We do get here the support armor elements. Could indicate DAKs or recovery half tracks for all we know.
The enemy has taken a victory point.
People in there dug in, being hit over with airburst shells. Center there falling to the British forces as the 7th Arm makes another advance. We got a Sherman on there for Trista. Thumbs up, just a good old-fashioned regular Sherman. He's actually gone for the mechanized center, so he may in fact be going here for some 6mm Shermans. Lovely. Also something you might actually see more with airborne than say with armored battle group picks. Because most of those will rely heavily on, like, swamps. Cheaper tanks are relying on the EC8, so ironically, while armies figure might most of the time see the 7mm Sherman, it's actually typically more with airborne. You actually get it, sort of a fun side note there. Paratroops moving in there. Stuk 3D there for Takao. We got an officer there roaming now finally here for ToxicGren. He is up north here. The skirmish continues. The streets are being painted red with the blood and not past the sores, unfortunately.
The enemy has lost their foothold.
Another need for barrage here.
Battle group ability unlocked.
No tanks yet here out of DanielD. Sherman, though, has arrived here for Twister. Those yet to be upgunned. Back in the German base, we have a Marder as well here now for ToxicGren. No son of Tech, no son of Stuk. So, of course, we do get the Stuk 3D here for Takao, the early model of the Stuk 3. Good shot on the Sherman there, straight for the sun with the Pack 40, but of course, British heavy fire immediately starts slamming into the crew there. Assault is pouring in. Airborne forces charging across the main river there and are taking massive losses. Before being pushed back, Marder being taken fire from the paratroopers. Sherman moving in, anti-tank moving up as well here. We got a second, the Sherman regular moving up as well here. Mortar fire slaying down all over the place here. Routing the paratroopers, Bazooka found the Stuk 3D. South side here, bit of quiet. Another head-on assault with the Allies. Another wave of men attacking forwards. Trying to brave that stream, but instead they are getting absolutely perforated and pulped. Heavy losses there rising for both the British and the Americans. Up north of here, a Matilda has arrived here to break through the streets here. The thinly defended northern German lines are easy pickings here. We got tank tracks being laid down here, known as Dragon's Teeth amongst many names. Got the people hanging back here. Marder's covering the center. And we got the half-tech still about. The Ancient Knife is not upgrading it, despite practically using it as an ambulance anyways. Another Sherman for Twister. No upgrades yet though. Stuk there taking hits. Armor giving way here to the might of the American guns. Gonna need tank or something else up against Matilda, because Jaegers tend to perform poorly against the Matilda as it has like enough damage to wreck the Jaegers, but also enough health and armor to fairly consistently absorb hits from the Panzerschreck. So south side here though, I mean, Takao's got several forces just not doing anything, instead it could like maybe threaten the flank here of the Twister here. So I honestly feel like that's a bit of a slip there. Also does appear like Twister's lost a paratrooper squad here to German gunfire. There we go, another need for barrage here. Still no sign of tech here from either German player. They're not moving towards anything bigger. Sherman's moving up. We got the 7.6mm conversion there for Twister Shermans. Thumbs up.
New ability online.
And we got the artillery watch ability written out for ToxicGren. quick bit of loiter, but we got the people on the job here, and we got a 254 reconnaissance half-track here for Takao. Providing valuable intelligence and, of course, artillery observation. That aircraft got shot out there. And as always, for some reason, stuffed with explosives. Marching off the Gurkhas, ripping apart their one fella's feet here as he's trying to charge the Jaeger's position there. Matilda now providing support here. And the Jaegers, I think, will have to withdraw here. Just once the Gurkhas get unsuppressed on top of the Matilda, they're not going to be able to maintain that position for much longer.
Commandant, we have surplus munitions to spend.
Sherman is there now, of course, outgunned, except for the one on Foundry Sherman, which obviously has the gun it's intended to have. Got Jaegers there being pushed out as airburst shells are going to slap through the roof there. Pioneers, they're taking the worst of it. They're trying to lay down a bunker here, but... yeah, ironically, the way you position the bunker, as you can see, they also meant, like, you know, it was blocking the retreat path, so without cancelling it, he hit retreat, so he just ran into the airburst shells, which of course then cancels it anyways. Ended up being a bit of a slip there by ToxicGren. Ode to DanielD though, and ode to ToxicGren. Lot of mortify here.
Sector now under enemy control.
Got Neva 5 ranking towards here. The Howards up north here doing massive damage there. Section they're being hit by the Bibelbend. Got the Shermans blasting away there. Further south again, Takao still has several units just doing nothing. Which I feel like is a bit, again, of a slip. American forces trying to break through the northern end of the river there, but... actually, they are having some success with it. We now have Mars being brought up to deal with it. Second Marder moving forwards here.
We have the advantage. Push in. HQ shall be
There you go, American forces counterattacking here in this... towards the southern end of the center river. Forcing we hit the Marder. We got the 254. Really, there's just so many units being bunched up there. As we can see, they're being hammered. The soldiers being forward here. Flying the way here through the Americans. The south side. Good chunk of the German army continues just having themselves a nice little vacation. Don't you think we should up and help, Fritz? Nein, she'll handle it, she'll handle it. Are you sure? I'm still fairly certain I heard some of her own screaming in pain and horror. No. That's just for effect to make the Americans get overconfident. Mortar there, machine gun. They're definitely not in the best position, honestly. More Jaegers there for ToxicGren. He's got plenty of fuel, though. Honestly, at this point, I do think he'd benefit from taking up maybe some Starstorm and some Panther 4s. Similarly, a Panzer Army Commander could be here for Takao. Got heavy artillery fire raining around here. Lot of naval effort fire. In fact, he's got 2 naval efforts out now. Absolutely carving the entire area here with that pyroclastic carpet. A German welcome mat, if you will. Northeast available moving in support a Jaeger Italian push here against Northern Victory Point. We got another house of DanielD and the British. But not a lot of armor. In the south side, I think here Twister's finally got a bit of a bright idea, realizing the south side is probably wide open, or at least slightly defended, so trying to push this honestly not a bad idea, though could have done with a bit of smoke there, I think, to assist for the matter, like maybe getting some smoke research here to allow the Sherms to deploy smoke screens. These fire smoke shells. Air recons again here, though, from Twister towards the southern end. Of course, that's how you're getting shot down. Meanwhile, ToxicGren is pushed into the northern town here. Is going mostly smoothly, except for the Jaegers who just got themselves a lot of need for medical assistance after the war if they survive, as they're going to be finding shrapnel up there in their arse cheeks for years to come. Shermans, they're being pushed back, so we got basically 2 Sherman groups here for Twister now, which if handled correctly can be quite devastating. Oh, directed hit on the Marder and the Stug D. Northeast fighting continues until they're basically the only thing down that really has on hand to immediately halt it. Though he's bringing up reinforcements to help thwart the German advance there. Of the 44th Reichsgrenadier Deutschen Hochmeister. You got a lot of bunkers now for ToxicGren. To Twister and to Takao. Who's got 3 mortars out. Grenades en masse. Twister, of course, could consider some upgrades for Shermans, besides, you know, maybe smoke. There's also, of course, the consideration of improvised armor, which helps both versus the Panzer strikes, but also just makes the armor a bit harder to penetrate. Another mortar for Takao. Plenty of fuel, though. Got plenty of bunkers being set up here as well by ToxicGren. Artillery weapon grab just slamming through the neighborhoods there. Local owners just watching as the retail value of the houses go down drastically. Sherman pushing through here. It's an armored advance here. I'll up pattern here from Twister. Charging through here. Sherman's blast. We got artillery going down all over the place. The Shermans don't care. They're on a thunder run. Jaeger's wiped here. Bunker's in trouble here. Good armored push here by Twister. 2 thumbs up. A devastating armored assault here. That would certainly make Patton very happy. Completely ruins the northern German position here. ToxicGren here got the snot slapped out of him, and Takao just is too slow to respond to this swift armored push. Meanwhile, we got here the Panzer Commander there for Takao. Though ToxicGren seems a bit more reluctant to go for tanks. Bishop still at it. Another Sherman there for Twister. Meanwhile, flak feeling they're firing at the reconnaissance aircraft. More Jaegers out there for ToxicGren and the 3rd Reichsgrenadier Company. Which was a rather unique title there, Reichsgrenadier. Though there were a variety of, shall I say, more of those, you know, unique titles. Some units would get, in addition, for example, the Panzergrenadiers of the course Deutsch would be known as Panzerfusiliers. Of course, later on, other units would get a similar title as Panzerfusilier. Got the Challenger officer looking forward, but straight into machine gun. He is not going to lead anywhere very fast. Niedlev's laying down another incendiary welcome mat there across Allied lines here. Causing an inferno that completely routes Russia's men. We got a covered bombing run here, though. I feel like this could have been coordinated with a bigger push. It really caused confusion, but at least seemed to slightly mess up the German positioning. But I think coordinated with a bigger push could have caused real chaos and havoc, maybe a lot more damage. Sherman's getting ready here for a push. Again, we got a total of 5. 4 regular and 105 Sherman. Which is a lot of Shermans, by the way. Flak feeling spotted by the Sherman. We got, improvised armor and the smoke shells on the way there. 2 thumbs up to Twister. Actually getting the various Sherman upgrades there. Would have better been out sooner. Martyr's getting hammered here. Sherman's running through here. Gonna have to withdraw here, though. I think this is going a bit too slowly, honestly, for Daniel. Or for Twister's tanks here to really make... I lost one. The other one's also withdrawn here. Again, that could have been coordinated a bit better, and I think overall executed a bit more aggressively. Up north, we got ToxicGren sneaking and forcing. We got the Gurkhas quickly counterattacking. Still no tech there. Panzer Commando is up. Might see Panzer Thieves, might see Armored Reserves here. And we got another Sherman here poking its nose in way too far while everyone is pulled away and gets knocked out by more Martyrs. Like, I feel like he should have concentrated in one place, maybe in the south, and then pushed forwards. After he got out the various upgrades, then deployed a smoke screen with the Shermans, and then pushed out undercover smoke. I think that had better success there for Twister. So, you know, he might, of course, still be trying out stuff like this. Obviously, there may be some mistakes, but, you know, 2 thumbs up nonetheless. You know, he is trying out stuff that's definitely not being used too much. That takes courage. That takes guts. Another aircraft shot done. Another cover bombing run here. Though again, I'm not totally sure about this angle here. And again, further again. I feel like this could have been coordinated a bit better. Did get a pack gun, but like he dropped 2 carpet bombing runs, one before he attacked and then one after he attacked. I feel like the smarter thing done to actually, you know, get the upgrades and then conduct the carpet bombing run while he was attacking. That's just me. Over here to DanielD and over to ToxicGren here. Mars being knocked out there. Stu D-Packs being hammered here by British artillery. Another hand-on assault here from Twister and DanielD. An attempt to flank around here using the north or the south side. The north side is actually like quite excellent for that at the moment. It's just barely being watched. Artillery going off here. Airburst shells. And whatnot. Matilda moving up here. DanielD, though, not having a lot of armor, just relying primarily on the howitzers here. The various types. Oh, he's going for another Matilda. Got White Phosphorus rockets being employed here. We got Sherman fire on the units. Marder starting 40 after the Matilda. Almost got a coastal surf squad there. We got more Marders with ToxicGren here. Still no attempt at going for tanks. A few more Marders in the south here moving out. Jaegers moving in. Quick deploy smoke here, honestly, to make them a slightly less obvious targets. Half-tip providing support here. Bazooka team being punched in the nose, and further south, Lone Panzer Squad just enjoying a nice quiet time. So many Marders he added the Germans. So many Marders. Air recons again here from Twister. Germans swing up, sniping in a few shots, but all being pushed back by the Marders, and the center Gurkhas was the Jaegers. And there got another cover bombing run, but again, not really part of a bigger assault. So the problem is there's not really much to keep like the enemy, like, you know, in a more awkward spot. It doesn't really do as much as like, if it's part of a larger engagement where there's like more to manage, and then suddenly during all that you then throw in the carpet bombing run. I feel like Twister there might want to improve on the way he's using carpet bombing runs, because at this point he's pretty much just flushing munitions straight down the toilet, which is obviously not good for the plumbing, but he clearly doesn't care. Anyway, section being hammered here. We got armored vehicle training for DanielD. Thumbs up. So in fact, we got officers training all in there for ToxicGren Luftwaffe quarters. Assault guns holding the line here in the face of the American advance. Sherman's and Matilda's being brought up. And again, we got a lot of Marders here on the German side. So many tank destroyers. Stu D knocked out by a howitzer. That's a pretty good kill there for DanielD. Meanwhile, looks like here Takao's getting a bit more aggressive, diving in with the flak fielding, spearheading the effort, then backed up with the Marders. That is definitely not something I expect to see here. Other Marder in the center, they're being hit here by British anti-tank guns, or is it an American one or it is a British one? Neither for being immediately used here to silence it. Advanced SAT anti-tank gun silenced. Double. More artillery fire here. A bolt strand just to park themselves in the middle of the artillery park there. Parachutes the Panzers in the south finding some action there. North side, like the south, tend to be there fairly quiet as most sides are just focusing on the center here. Kettenkraut sneaking up. Got several tanks lined up here. 161 to 99. Germans have the lead here as they are for some reason in the blues. Matilda's there being slammed here by countless Marder tank destroyers there. And we got more Marders moving in. There's like 6 Marders in the field. 4 DAK and 2 Wehrmacht Marders. That's a lot of Marders. That is an awful lot of Marders. Air shells being employed. Up north here, again we can see there, Twister sneaking in some tanks there. There's another unit gets sent towards further south here. We got an actual tank down the field from the German side, a Panzer III, 2 thumbs up. Air reconnaissance again, and buildings, of course, just firing at the reconnaissance. Over to Twister, just lining up for another car bombing run. And over to Takao, but again, note what happens, they just move out of the way. Because there's not really much to coordinate, like, you know, worry about elsewhere. At least now there's an armed attack in the north here. So, thumbs up to that. Imagine, like, you know, there'd been attack films here, there, and maybe even here. Like, suddenly, like, just dodging that carpet bombing run would be a lot harder there for the Germans. There you go, half-tech spotted here by a northern Sherman column here from Twister. Hits a mine, though. Still got the half-track, and of course now has established a threatening presence on the northern end of the map that which the Germans now have to, like, take more seriously. Flag feeling pushing up the south, if the Shermans are going to deal with that, that could actually do a lot of damage. German army here going for the Shermans up north, leading with the Panzer III Ausführung L. Taking a fair amount of damage there. We got calling in the Lloyd as well there. Full move, air aggressive, would say the Takao. Very aggressive, meanwhile Martyrs are swarming in there. I mean, if you'd lay down a lot of mines, this could be a really good way to, like, just bait the German tanks and tanks into, like, you know, minefield. Bit of a trap there. South side, they got the flag field routed. Good work by Twister actually managing the tanks across, you know, such a large chunk of map. But meanwhile, the center tilting again. Okay, just to explain what's going on here, like, suddenly, again, all the Germans moving in for the 2 smaller Shermans up north, the isolated Shermans, but again, suddenly, this means British armor and American armor can advance elsewhere, because suddenly, all of the anti-tank weapons are busy elsewhere. Like, sometimes the smart thing is just to write some bait, you know, slightly expendable, which is easier for the Americans, obviously. So, like, draw away a big, you know, threatening thing to then, you know, push in elsewhere and do a lot of damage. Like now, there's a chance that the British and the Americans just swarm the center and clear it out, while they have all the Martyrs then suddenly, like, doing nothing up north. So, I think this is a fairly smart move here by the Allies. Tills moving in here. Going for the Pack 40s, we got more air support here. And again, suddenly the center is collapsing. Kettenkrats, anti-tank guns. Again, all the Martyrs and the Panzer now have to make their way from the north towards the center. That was definitely a bad call here by the Germans. Obviously, again, they figured you'd just get rid of the Shermans easily. And again, they technically kind of did, but the problem was that wasn't where all the Shermans were. The vast majority of them were here alongside the Matildas. So this was very smart there. 2 thumbs up. Of course, slow response from Twister to follow up with the other Shermans could have done a lot more damage to the Germans there. Also got another Martyr there, very good. Arcot charging in there, fairly late Arcot for Takao. Also worth noting, Takao now has no infantry whatsoever. Yeah, Niederwerfers, anti-tank guns, like just massive damage here to the Germans. And again, all because it basically just provided a piece of bait there with a pair of tanks that the Germans clearly could not resist. So, 2 thumbs up there. That was a really solid tactical move there. More Martyrs going down now as well here. Gurkha's charging in. Direct shot. Oh! Nice shooting there. Shermans and South pushing in there. Definitely the Germans have, like, landed themselves in a pretty rough position now. Like, they're really in a bad spot now. They lost so many support weapons and so much infantry. And they lost a fair amount of Martyrs too. In fact, ToxicGren lost all his Martyrs and Takao lost at least 1 as well there. He's going for Panzer IIIs now, but ToxicGren in comparison just isn't going for any tanks. And meanwhile, Twister's just pushing out more Shermans, which of course, with all the upgrades, are, you know, fairly decent. So, that was a really good maneuver there by the Allies. Really good. They get 2 thumbs up.
Luftwaffe Company under fire.
Heading north to the mortar half track. Another Martyr out there. Another Panzer right around the corner for Takao. More armoured support being poured into the 44th Reichsgrenadier Hoch- und Deutschmeister. The situation continually crumbles away from them. And more tanks being brought up to support here the United States and the British. As a fun fact, the Americans actually, like, you know, at some point considered using the same gun as the, you know, Wolverine, as the M10 tank destroyer. But the problem was they didn't actually have enough big enough turret to fit it in, so they'd been way too cramped inside the turret. Also, just been too big for it, and otherwise as well. Little fun fact there. And there's more after they're trying to grab Northern Point, but Twister puts a stop to that. Now he's bringing in his entire armored force there. Again, a total of 5 Shermans there, full platoon of 76mm Shermans. More motility. Oh, very aggressive move here with the Bishop. But that could cost him his ace Bishop there. Load again from Twister. Might be calling in another cover bombing run anytime soon. Marder's been against the Matildas. There we go, cover bombing run here. Units being hit by artillery fire here. See, now things are a bit more spicy again. Enemies much closer. Things become a bit harder to dodge here, as there's more to manage. And there we go. Marder's being hit but not destroyed, but the Nebula got ruined. Air support there being down in the Matildas. And up north here we got a massive tank battle between the buildings here. Takao is now range here. Some Shermans are a bit strong to keep up with the pace here. In this case, Twister seems to prefer just, you know, keeping cohesion here and allows Takao to withdraw his Panzer IIIs. Marder's moving in. Then we got a lot of Marder's on a short amount of time here from ToxicGren. It looks like they're going to again go in after the Shermans up north here, as Twister is withdrawing orderly and with a convoy there. 75 points left, less than that now. Panzer IIIs keep pursuing the Shermans. Even catching the section here, and further south here. You can see Twister's reach is really extending here now. And got another Mortar tank down. Panzer III keeps diving in there. Go, got it. Did take out one of the Shermans. It's not all bad there for Takao, but still not great either. Germans need to get, you know, aggressive now. And like, got barely any of the map now. They can't afford to play defensive. Twister, of course, is just going to keep churning out Shermans. All those 76mm Shermans. 60 versus 185 here.
Location captured and secured.
58.
Commandant, we have surplus munitions to spend.
Over to Daniel and to ToxicGren. It's finally going for Panzer Grenadiers again. Gurkhas rushing up behind. Here we got the Matilda firing in as well there. East Vibble there taking damage. Godzilla being called in here as another swarm of Martyrs appears here. 50 points left for the Germans. Martyr there getting hit though with the heavy fire here. Almost got one of them. Bazooka teams there got one Martyr here. Panzer IV on the scene. Panzer's been hit with artillery fire. Martyr down. Well, another Martyr down. They've lost countless Martyrs in this battle so far. Panzer IV rushing in. Bazooka team moving up. Engaging their Panzer III. More artillery fire raining down there. I think trying to threaten the Germans from moving in further, but the Germans clearly at this point are not too concerned with that. Got Twister bring up the Sherman column. As Panzer III's Martyrs, Virulins are being moved in here. Looks to be a massive tank battle in there. Go. Sherman's being lit up. Matilda's being lit up. Northern Battalion 3's about to go up here. Sherman's pushing forwards for freedom and democracy. Could deploy smoke here maybe to negate some of the incoming Martyr fire, but no such smoke here from Twister. Cover bombing run here. Looks like the Germans are a bit exhausted now. They're not paying attention. Oh, goodness! The bombing run was not quite there. Did some damage, but not enough. People have been knocked out here. 25 points left here. We got units in from the northern point. We got knocked out there. South here, we got a Sherman versus the Panzer III here. More Shermans rolling forwards here. 25s on 85. Paratroopers there wiping out Jaeger. Panzer Drake dropped. And now ToxicGren has got no infantry alongside Takaos. They got no one to pick up the Panzer Drake. In fact, ToxicGren is on just 2 Martyrs. That's it. Up north, Achterhard knocked out. Anti-tank rifles and tank grenades took care of that one. Sherman's engaging the Panzer III here. At this point, there's going to soon be a triple camp here, which point that is going to be it here. Rushing in a mortar attack up north here. 23 points left. 21. Handle these moving forward into the Germans' line of fire plus anti-tank guns. They're hiding in the ruined landscape. Jäger's being shown out there for ToxicGren here. Panther 3 kaputt. I repeat, Panzerkampfwagen kaputt. And there you go, GG, game over. A spectacularly massive battle here on day 101. Though again, it took a bit of while before things really kicked off again. There were really two thumbs up, some really smart armor tactics there, which you don't see too much of. But that was a really great way to bait out the enemy response and then open up for fronts elsewhere. Germans definitely, I think, played too passive. They're relying too hard on grind tactics. And they should have, pushed for tanks sooner. In particular, ToxicGren, I think, were, too heavily on martyrs, which obviously have their limitations. So I think that was, one element that definitely didn't help the Germans there as the match went on there. So, well played there. Hope you enjoyed this match. I learned something from it. If you did, subscribe, like, share, comment, tell friends, tell a family. And as always, you can support the Propagandacaster by donating our pledge on Patreon. This is Imperial and cheers, and see you all tomorrow for another episode. Bye, everyone.